So ladies and gentlemen, the controversy surrounding the Olympics, oh boy, does it just continue. As we all know, we have had two boxers, Aman Khalif and Lin Yuting, competing in the women's category despite confusion, lack of clarity of what gender they actually are. We have the IBA, who previously banned them last year from the World Championships because they failed certain tests which made them ineligible to compete in the women's category because allegedly the results found they have XY chromosomes. And due to all the backlash, all the talk surrounding this, the IBA just held a press conference in Paris where they stood by their stance on this matter, despite different people claiming XYZ. And now one of the boxers, Aman Khalif, has just won a gold medal. The IOC, out of everybody, look ridiculous. They have been so incompetent throughout this whole thing, and one way to solve this issue would be for these two boxers to take another test. But at this point, it looks like to a lot of people, two men have been in women's boxing hitting other women. Only our society would get in all of this mess, wouldn't it? But Piers Morgan just held a debate on all of this on his show and talking about trans athletes in general within women's sports. He had people like Michael Knowles, Riley Gaines, and woke snowflake Cenk Uygur. And as usual, you're just gonna see him scream and shout. I tell you now, every time I see this man, he's just shouting. I don't think he does anything else. But before we go ahead and check out what happened, if you could, as always, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, and follow my socials down below in the description. And ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and let's get into it.
They were found to have XY chromosomes in a test. They had a chance to appeal that to avoid being banned, and they chose not to appeal it. That is so damning. And even if it isn't, even if it was all terribly unfair, as Cenk and Wajhat would like us to believe, do another damn test then. Show the world you're actually biological women. And there's a reason they're not doing it. Riley.
Absolutely. We see a lot of information being pushed out there that these are just cisgender women with elevated levels of testosterone. The IBA made it very clear they did not do testosterone level testing. They never did that, not even one time. We don't know what these athletes' testosterone levels are. What they did do was test the karyotypes of these athletes. The only requirement was that these athletes had XX chromosomes, and they failed the test. No, they haven't come out and explicitly said these athletes have XY chromosomes, but that's because the Algerian and Taiwanese Olympic Committee have refused the IBA to release these results. I mean, the requirement was have XX chromosomes, and they failed that. Therefore, let's use intuitive thinking here. Let's use our brains. We all have them. That means they have a Y chromosome. And if you have a Y chromosome, you are a male. I mean, do we need to send like half of the population back to sixth grade biology?
You just admitted that there is no such test.
They just say chromosomal
there is no such test.
And they
It's
failed.
never been
The
shown.
requirement was two XX chromosomes, and they failed. And they failed. Because of the Taiwanese and the Algerian Olympic Committee, they're not allowed to explicitly say these athletes have XY.
You know what?
Go watch the 30-minute. It's a 30-minute, very brief.
You're going to keep saying everyone's lying, but the answer is just do another test and show us. And there's a reason they're not doing it.
It's a simple way to solve all of this going on, and it's really not too much of a request. Let's be real about that one. You know, there's been so much controversy surrounding all this, so much backlash, you would think they would want to put it all to bed. Very telling.
Michael, I think you've got a more overarching solution to this.
I do, actually. But before we even get to that, which I think was simple enough and it worked a quarter century ago, I have this question for Cenk, because it seems like we're getting so bogged down in the particulars. What exactly are this fighter's chromosomes, and what leagues are credible in ascertaining this question? But you just said, Cenk, that you would have no problem with your daughter engaging in a sport, even we're discussing a combat sport, with someone who has male biology. And what people find so disturbing about the Imani Caliph story, I think, is the notion that a man is punching a woman in the face. So if you say you have no problem with this, with men, people with the biology of a man, even fighting women, even playing sports with women, do you think there is any circumstance in which it's okay for a man to punch a woman in the face?
Yeah, so I'm glad you're asking the question, because I said it, and let me double down and clarify so that no one's confused about it. So my cutoff is high school. The reason why I fought with the left is beyond high school, especially in contact sports, you are risking not only the women in that ring, but you're also risking trans rights. Because the minute that a trans woman knocks out a biological female in a way that is significant, right, and does real damage, trans rights are going to be set back 50
Hold on, though. I want to be
years.
clear, Chen.
And I don't want that. I want to protect the trans
but
community. Hold on, can I just answer the
so you're
question?
saying-
Hold on.
I
But in
just want a little
high school,
clarification.
Guys, in high school,
You're saying an 18-year-old man should be able to punch an 18-year-old woman in the face. 18 is fine. 19, that's when it
what
gets bad.
boxing is there in high school? What are you talking about? In high school, there are no contact
there's plenty of
sports like
combat
boxing and MMA. If you're talking about
There's no
wrestling, that's
wrestling in
about
high
as
school. There's
much
no
of a
jiu-jitsu
contact
in high
sport
school.
as there is. So in high school, look, guys, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. First of all, this affects 7 people. You're being ridiculous.
You know, the woke leftist liberal delusion, it is something else. The fact we have a father here, regardless of what sports are played in high school, we have a father coming out here and saying, I'd be okay with my daughter competing against a boy in girls' sports at high school. That to me is absolutely insane. And it's not just affecting 7 people, there's not just 7 situations or whatever. Just check out my channel. I have reported on so many situations where we have high school events being affected because of boys competing in girls' sports. More than 7. But then again, they've got to try and make it seem like, oh, it's not really a thing. It's not really affecting people. You're over-exaggerate. Nah. I mean, it's good he says it shouldn't be happening over 18. But let's be real, it shouldn't be happening at all.
The reason you're talking about that is because you don't want to talk about higher wages and health insurance for everyone. But if you want to talk about high school, what you have to do in order to let me just goddamn it answer the question. Can I just answer the goddamn question?
Why is he so angry all the
In
time?
high school,
You've been
you're
talking a
trying
lot,
to find
Jake, but
7
you keep
people that you
avoiding
think is
it.
a problem. Oh, okay, apparently I can't answer the goddamn question. Okay, listen. What you're doing is you're saying in order to find the 7 trans girls out there that are so dominating these sports, which is not even true. Ledecker is dominating
Or winning the
swimming
Olympics.
way more than any trans woman is on any sport.
It's not just 7. I'll say that again. Not just 7. Don't know where he's getting that from.
I'm not going to test her
winning Olympic
testosterone. I'm not going to
medals.
test all that stuff. But in terms of the high school athletes, I'm not going to go and ask all the state officials and government creeps to go check the genitalia of our daughters so that they could ascertain whether they're trans or not. This is a trans witch hunt, and I'm not going to stand for it.
What?
Okay, great. Good for you,
can I say
Chen. You're not
something
going to
here,
worry
please?
about whether blokes are beating up women. Great. Michael, what's your bigger solution?
Did I just say that? I said on the professional
I hate to
level.
sound like
Are
a
you
far
hard
right,
of hearing?
conservative
I know
here.
your trans hate has taken over your body
I'll wait
so
for Chen to
much.
finish.
I
But can you
have
just
never
focus for
hated
a
trans
second?
people.
So,
I
okay,
think
you guys are
trans
all
people are
pervs.
entitled.
What?
I think trans people are entitled to the absolute same human rights as everybody else. And I've always promoted their rights to fairness and equality. Right to the point, it actually erodes women's rights.
Oh boy. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if you're using headphones, you probably turn that down. I mean, it's not the worst we've heard him shout. He's shouted a lot worse in the past. But honestly, I've never heard this guy do anything else apart from shout when he's clearly losing an argument and he can't get his point across and people aren't listening. The fact is, this shouldn't even be a debate. This debate here shouldn't be happening because it shouldn't be an issue in the first place. We should not be seeing boys, men, and girls sports regardless of what level, where it is. Pretty simple, isn't it? Then again, as I always say, simple solutions that direction are lovely, stunning, brave, progressive society. Oh, let's go in that direction over there. That looks. And going back to the whole Olympics situation, it has been one of the most controversial Olympics. But the IOC have to take accountability here. They can't just blame everybody else. They can't just come out and say people are being mean, hateful, whatever. Nah, that's not how you address something. Just do another test. Just do another test. Imran Khalif won a gold medal. Will the other boxer win a gold medal? Who knows? I think they're guaranteed to win a medal, so that's pretty interesting in itself. But there is going to come a time when some woman is going to get seriously injured. All because we have to cater to woke agendas. Oh, we have to cater to people's... You know it's going to happen. You don't want it to happen. You pray it doesn't. But it is likely in the future because of how insane things get. Unless things quickly change, women, girls are going to get hurt. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen. What are your thoughts on what you just heard? What are your thoughts on the Olympics? What's going on? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, follow my socials down below in the description. But until next time, it has been your host JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out.